Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with the 3-minute daily dose of Torah. In this collection that I have, it's Mishnah 7 in chapter 3. As I post this, I will post the written description where it appears in the Art Scroll collection. Rabbi Elazar Ish Bar Tota Omer. Rabbi Elazar of the city of Bar Tota, which is in the Upper Galilee, he said, Tain lo mishalo, she'ata v'shalach shalo. Give him that which is his, because you and that which is yours is his. We might have heard this quoted in the name of other characters outside of the Jewish religion. Here he makes this point, and what is he referring to? So on the one hand, he's talking about the possessions that we have, the money that we work hard for, or maybe didn't work hard for and just got lucky, or we inherited. And he says, Ten lo mishalo, you should give back to God from what is his, because you know that comes from God. A person has to stop and recognize that whatever my successes are, whatever I've been blessed with, are the blessings that came from God above. And I have an obligation, you have an obligation, to make sure to give it back to God. How do you give it back to God? Well, you could maybe dedicate it to the Beis HaMikdash. In certain times, that might have been one way. And of course, the other way in which one carries this out is the way we are charitable with our money. We make sure that, especially those people who don't seem to be as blessed as we are, or institutions which aren't as blessed as we might be, that we should be giving to them. And not only because, we'll get sachar, we'll get reward for this nice little mitzvah that we're doing, which we do believe, but at some level, we should be remind ourselves, it's not my money in the first place. I've just been given the opportunity to hold it and to use it, and I should make sure I use it for good purposes. That's a really significant reminder we have to always put back to ourselves, because it hurts when you got to take something out of your own and give it away. It doesn't hurt as much when you stop and you say, I recognize that whatever I have is of God's, and I'm just here, I'm the lucky one who's here to look after it and tend to it and make sure it gets to the places where it needs to get. So that is the teaching of Ten lo mishalo, as in V'shata v'shalcha shalo, focusing on the possessions. At the same time, it's a teaching about your very person and what you put yourself into, and how much of yourself is dedicated to general things, and the reminder that you exist because God wills you to exist. Your existence is God's, and so you should be giving of yourself back to God in all the ways that that we might be called upon to do so, and to stop and to think and ponder very carefully about what it is that we do with our time, because it's not really ours, or at least the us of our time isn't really ours at all. We should be giving it back to God in all the ways that we can. Let this be a day when we consider both of these teachings and dedicate it back to the one above.